This is an amazing event, and storytelling is probably one of the most engaging, uplifting form of entertainment. When you think about the fact that people have been telling stories since before we had written language, storytelling is integral to our experience as human beings. But anyway, I am Mayor Catherine Reed. I am the mayor of Fairfax City. You're in Fairfax City, Virginia.
And when I moved here like years ago, I was utterly confused, like, where is my home? I felt like I don't belong anywhere. And when I look at snails, they kind of tell me, they tell me, keep it simple, man or woman. Home is where you are. Just don't overthink it.
My goal in how I lead and serve my community is not to be regarded as a beauty queen, but to be heeded as a woman unafraid to utilize her platform to create tangible change. So I am humbled to share the stage with women who are doing just that.
Because it was supposed to be grandmother there in that bed, and even if everything has shifted to something mean and mysterious, it must be grandmother. This is the story given to mother who gave it to us. I fasten a cloak around my child, and I try to say something off script. I like your haircut. Great color. No, you don't have to. But it's hard. We've been trained so well to say, yes, dear, yes, sir, yes, officer. Yes, ma'am, right into the belly of the wolf.
I'm Jen White. I'm host of 1A on WAMU and NPR. So excited to be here with you this afternoon to enjoy and immerse ourselves in some wonderful storytelling.
We are ever so aware that in our midst, there are people who are standing at a threshold of identity. And do they want to move through the world with this identity? Or do they wish to move through the world with this identity? And what I think of is that captain who realized that it was her choice. That captain who gave her the time, who had the patience, who had the compassion to realize that in making that choice, she wanted to choose carefully how she would feel most comfortable in her own skin, that she was choosing between worlds.
She allowed me to realize and understand the importance of accessibility. And I'm happy that I took that time, because I kind of know what it's like to live in a world that wasn't really built for you. That is becoming an ally. That is part of what it means to support, to help.
When you hit your rock bottom and when you are at your worst, it's when you feel most alone. And when you feel alone, you feel hopeless. But if you learn to keep your eyes and your heart and your mind open, you hear stories and you find people who have stories like yours. And you find them and you hold on to them really tight. And those stories can be storytelling in an AA meeting or on a stage, and it doesn't really matter. But you find people who are in it with you, and then you find community. And then you find your way out of the darkness and into the light. And so I started telling stories just a couple of years ago when I came out into the world as Jamie. And I met Jessica, and I'm just so grateful because telling and hearing stories it's not just about entertaining, and it truly can save lives.
And to all the men over the years who have held out their hands in welcome and in support and in love, please, please keep holding out your hand and helping women and LGBTQ and the less fortunate, because we need you and all of your manly privilege now more than ever.
Thank you. You may be seated.